For the first part of this episode, we're not going to have any music.
That's fine.
Because this is pretty deep, what Devil Tongue and Phantom's about to give to you. www.spreaker.com. Follow us at devil.tongue@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Skype, YouTube, SoundCloud. But let me read this. Inmates in New York State prisons to receive free tablet computers. You heard that correctly. Inmates in New York State prisons will soon be given tablet computers as part of an effort to better prepare convicts for life after imprisonment. Let's just assume that they are being released. Inmates in New York State prisons will soon be given free tablet computers. And again, this is basically to prepare them for a life outside of jail. Plus, it's supposed to help make it easy for them to receive money in their commissary. Right now, the system is known as JPay, jail pay, I suppose. But if you're a law-abiding taxpayer, you can't tell me that you're not angered and incensed over this, because they're giving tablets to these inmates, which also is a security risk. And there are many kids in public school who don't even have new books. But yet, if you go to jail, you get a tablet. I am tighter than tight.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. He just brought me the topic. And when I first read the first sentence, I was like, prisoners?
Floored.
I was like, prisoners are now getting tablets? I was like, why? They're in prison. Why are you making it fun? The whole point of prison is to, I shouldn't say torture. The point of prison is to put you away for your crimes. Now, if you don't want to learn a trade or get your GED, then you know what? That's not my problem. There's a library there. Read a book. You don't need to be on a tablet.
The question is, can they read?
Some of them can. And if not, there's books on tape.
Audiobooks.
Right.
Now, allegedly, not to cut you off, they won't have internet access. The tablets will just have educational material. But
that's full of crap.
Right. I find there's a flaw with that because
somebody's going to find to get on the internet.
Of
and
course.
Somebody's going to break it. And guess what? Everybody who's in jail is not illiterate.
Of course.
You know, there's going to be somebody in there for some type of conspiracy with technology, doing some crap. And this is going to be his open realm. It's just like the WikiLeaks. What do you call them? That's all you need is like a WikiLeaks person up in prison. Yo, that's a wrap.
But more, but the thing that is bothering me the most, allegedly they're not using taxpayer money to fund this project, as I'll call it. But if you plan to give every inmate a tablet, don't think that there still won't be conflicts of theft, assaults for someone else's tablet.
I wouldn't even say that. I thought they would probably use it as a weapon to bash each other's head in, or sharpen up the pieces and use it as a weapon, shank you with it. I mean, they'll find 50 million things with that.
Exactly.
You're looking at it as a screen, a front, a back, a hard drive in there. They're looking at it as in, we could take this sucker apart, use this plastic, sharpen it up, put it on a stick, shank you right there in your side before you come inside and all of that. That's crazy.
The average inmate has a lot of time in their hands, so all types of shenanigans are drummed up. They
need to read a book, get a book with paper. They don't need it on tablet.
Well,
and you don't need it on tablet. And you know what's so stupid about it too? I bet you're going to get it in the hands of somebody who is some computer whiz. That's all they wrote.
And again, our public schools are suffering very, very badly. There's an uptick in violence. The graduation rate has plummeted. The dropout rate has increased. The test scores are deplorable.
Well, the test scores are deplorable because now you're making everything test driven. So what do you expect? Nobody's learning nothing. You're just learning to test. If you learn to learn and then test, you'll probably have a better outcome. But right now, what you're doing is that you're studying to test. That's all we're doing. So what do you expect? But to me personally, if you're saying that this is not coming out of taxpayers' money, why isn't this group putting those tablets towards something else? Well, why are they putting it towards the correction business?
Well, here's what it says. And again, JPay is the system that is used so that families can send, the inmates who are incarcerated money.
Crap, their money.
JPay says that these tablets won't be provided by taxpayer money, but inmates will be footing the cost for some of the tablets services.
Oh, so you think that they're going to pay for an app over cigarettes? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
What? Snicker bar over app? No, I don't think so. Snicker bar is going to be more important. Smokes are going to be more important than the Snicker bar. Please. If they can't have no actual interaction with it, it's not happening.
I don't know whose bright idea this was. Maybe it's in the brainstorming stages and they're going to scrap it. But I, for one, am against it.
Well, I'm against it too. And the reason why I'm against it is you're in prison. It's not supposed to be, what you call it, all-inclusive, hotel stay. It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be, I don't mind you going to the gym. I don't mind you reading books. And I don't mind you reading a trade. Learning a trade because you're not going to be there forever. But what's the purpose of putting in, that? What do you call it, tablets? What was the purpose of it?
I don't know what the purpose was unless they thought or think that somehow it's going to improve an inmate's chances of success on the outside.
No.
We could have a whole separate conversation on how that will work.
True.
But it's up to the individual. Again.
True. And the other thing, too, is that is the person who gets the tablet, and that's the other thing, are they going to use it? Because you're going to have a couple of people who's not going to even be tech savvy. So it's probably going to either be sitting in their room not being used. It's probably going to be overly used. It's probably going to be broken down into parts for weapon. So think about that. I could see if they were in a training program to get a GED and they take out the tablets to learn and then they give back the tablets. But what's the purpose of them having it in their room? Oh, yeah. And on top of that, use it as a weapon. Because that's all you could do is, smack somebody up in the head with it, knock them out.
And from what I'm gathering, too, they will be issued these tablets, so it'll be in their cell 24 hours a day. As opposed to, okay, it's tablet time. The tablet's handed to them for an hour, and then, back into the, the tablet holding place.
And then, on top of that, you're starting a new addiction. Because once they get on that, and if you have those who really get onto it and really get well at it, now it's a new addiction to them. Because now they're going to now you have a new form of addict. The person that, oh my God, I got to be on my tech. I got to be on here. I got to be doing this. I got to be doing that. And then think about it. Are they are they going to be on social media? Are they going to be able to contact? Oh no, because you said there's going to be no internet service.
Well, that's what they say.
Right. So that's what you're claiming. Okay. So then my thing is that now what happens if they become junkies? Like, oh my goodness, I got to be on my tablet. Or I got to, I got to do this. I got to do that. So now you have another addiction on top of they smoking and stuff like that. Now they got to be on their tablets.
Yeah, but you know what? That's really not the concern because the thing is, everything is tightly controlled anyway. I just feel that... Supposedly, but I just feel that you need to focus on Department of Education. You need to focus on the public schools.
True.
And get tablets to these kids and improve on their learning.
True.
So that you've heard of the school, the pipeline. Well, I'll just say pipeline. I'm sorry. let me redirect myself. School to prison pipeline. That's what I meant to say. You know, part of the problem is we are failing, especially children of color. We are failing them very badly with prisons where they're ending up. So you mean to tell me a kid's going to fail out of school, go to jail, and then get the education he needs in prison? Are you out of your rabid mind? Gee whiz.
I don't think so.
Yet, you know, you're screaming that you need more teachers, particularly men of color. Well, let's, you know, agree and put the put the plan in place to help better educate our struggling youth in the public schools.
True.
Let's start with taking the tablets from these inmates and giving them to the school kids to learn on, not to play games.
Better yet,
not to do music, to learn on.
Well, better yet, why don't you take that money that you're using on the tablets to hire staff so that you can have the after-school programs for you to help these students who are failing and need the extra help? How about that? How about having the extra assistance there instead of you giving out tablets to those who don't really deserve it by giving the help to those who really deserve it?
As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the program Music Cares on blast, and I should put the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, otherwise known as the Grammys, on blast.
Why?
Okay, I don't know about Los Angeles. I don't know about Chicago. But in New York City in particular, a lot of music programs were removed, or these schools don't have them at all.
Well, you can say that's art too.
Okay, definitely.
But you know what it is? And I think we had this discussion before too. What has changed when we went to school today? Other than technology, other than computers, that's the only thing I can think of is computers. You still went to school between the hours of 8 and 3. The hours are still the same. All right? Why all of a sudden you got to cut out all these programs within that hour? When we went to school, we were able to fit everything in the damn day.
41, 42 minutes per class.
Right. So why all of a sudden we don't have time for this? Kids don't have recess. Lunches are shortened. All this stuff. And I'm sitting here like, excuse me, y'all have computers. Computers are supposed to make it easier, shorter, faster for us. But weird. It just seems like we're cutting out programs and then making it more for us.
And remember, this is by district. So let's take a very wealthy district. Say District 26. Got football teams, got baseball teams, got cheerleading squads. Now, take the district, say, that's in a urban community, a community of color. You know what? I'm surprised you even got a school safety officer. I guess that's a requirement. But what I'm saying is, you know, the wealthy districts, the kids are getting everything, while in the low socioeconomic districts, they're getting the crumbs.
That's why all schools are not created equal.
True.
All schools are not created equal, because if all schools were created equal, then you have a really great school system.
Yeah, and notice it's school system. It shouldn't be a question of, okay, I go to school in Baldwin, Long Island, my school is awesome. Versus I go to school in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and, you know, it's almost like being in a foreign country. You know, minus the fact that there's actually no soldiers driving around in Humvees.
True.
With weapons.
True.
But it's a sad state of affairs, and it's not going to change until we hold you know, our elected leaders' feet to the fire and demand that they put more money into these schools in these poor communities.
Well, my question is still that. Why you're able, back in the day, to fit everything into that same time period, you have the same exact time period today, and you have to exclude a whole bunch of classes now because you can't fit them in a day. So, what happened to art? See, my thing is this.
Home economics,
a whole finance, all of that. My thing is this. The excuse is we don't have the money. No, that's not true. The money is there. What happened is that you either want to pay the top more, and so everybody gets screwed at the bottom. That's one. The other thing, too, is that You don't see it feasible. Okay, you don't see it like, what's the point of having art and music? Like, what do data tells us this and that, which data does prove that children do need art and children do need music, because music does enhance the brain. It does. But, I guess the data they got wasn't, worth it. That was another thing. Another thing also is that,
well, let me help you out.
Go ahead.
It's also changing the curriculum to reflect the times. Good example. When we were in school, we had keyboarding. Well, typing, actually. I understand that they don't have that anymore because...
Well, they do need typing. Typing went to keyboarding.
Right.
But you still need that. See, this is the thing what happens. Things got evolved. All right? So, typing turned into keyboarding. You still need that because guess what? If you want somebody to type 100 miles... What? I'm going to say 100 miles. It's 100
words a minute.
You need to teach them from somewhere. How are you going to do that? Typing, well, a.k.a... keyboarding
but
class.
Guess what? Everything is swipe, swish.
No. That's dating. But when you have to do data entry, that they do it per I forgot what's it called again.
Per character or
I forgot what it's called. But it's I forgot what it's called, but they ask you like 50 something, like when you do data entry, I forgot what it's called, what they ask you, but basically it's like 100 words a minute or something like that. That's what they do. The other thing too is home ec is home ec. You still, people got to eat and cook regardless. All right? So home ec is not outdated because you still need to wash your clothes. You still need to figure out how to separate your clothes. You're still going to need to know how to cook, make a food, make dinner, plan ahead, make cookies. You still got to know that.
I'm going to be a little bit fair, and then we do have to get off this episode. Most of us do learn these skills at home. Don't get me wrong.
Most of us.
They should be in school as well.
Right.
But
most of us don't learn it all. Even though our mothers are doing it, there are a lot of us who are just sitting there having our mothers do it. And God forbid, if anything happens to our mothers, we're screwed. So when you learn it in school, you learn to do it for yourself or have a hint how to do it for yourself.
And it gives the teachers actually something extra to teach. I'm just saying.
That too, but it gives them a skill.
Right.
Because guess what? When you got a hole, you got to sew it up.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I mean, again, we were talking about cutting, programs, et cetera.
Right.
Hey, if you put that back in, now I have something to teach. I'm just saying.
And the kids have a skill to learn.
Exactly. All right. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Like I said, tablets for inmates and not kids. Really? Spreaker.com.
And Phantom Mother. Thanks.